Here we go. 2022 Bowman Chrome University Football. This is case break number 11. Everything ships. It's a lot of packs, my friends. It's a lot of packs. Better get comfortable. Yeah. 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 Just part of the process, I suppose, but yeah. All right, guys, we're going through the base cards super duper quick, but everything does ship. Holinsky, Purple Shimmer. Purple Shimmers are not numbered. Calzada, Auburn. Stetson, Refractor. CJ Stroud, 52 Bowman insert. Ronnie Bell, Gold, Lava to 50. Michigan. Blue Mims for Oklahoma. 199. Purple Smith LSU purple to 399. First box. Say some of these packs don't want to open up, man. Come on. Come on, man. I hate how these ones do that, too. Whenever you open them. They leave you with that little lip right there. Ringo. Sam Hartman, Purple Shimmer, Wake Forest. Hooker, 52 Bowman for Tennessee. Hooker, autograph, Tennessee. Let's go. Tennessee going out to Tim N. There you go. Hendon Hooker, autograph. Cool. Joey Porter Jr. Valaday, Arizona State refractor. Will Anderson, 52 Bowman. Oh, really? Battle for Alabama. Nice hit right there. Number to 499. He was in the 2022 Bowman University, not the Chrome. Yeah, well, he's obviously in Chrome. The one before, that's why he doesn't have Bowman first on this one. So how many quarterbacks are projected to go first round here? I mean, we're looking like we got ourselves a pretty hefty quarterback class on our hands here, boys. I tell you what, we need it. Yeah, 5. Could be up to 5. About 5. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, do we need it. We got an orange here. Orange Shimmer, Colson, Michigan. Got the gold and orange here. Number to 25, Michigan, Colson. Orange Shim. 3 absolute locks. Yeah, Levis will probably go first round. So 4, potentially 5, right? Carter. Right there's Levis, 52 Bowman. Dylan Gabriel, 299, Oklahoma. I'm sorry, tell me who McKee is again. What school is he from? Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that's without question for sure. Now this one could, I mean, 2022 could still end up being a pretty good one. I mean, there's a couple guys we haven't really saw yet, which aren't really promising on the surface, but could be a diamond in the rough somewhere. And then, I think Kenny Pickett, I think continues to grow in Pittsburgh. I think he's in a great spot in Pittsburgh. I think, understanding that Big Ben's gone and there's going to be a drop off with a new guy coming in. Like, it's just very understanding in Pittsburgh right now. It's not like the pressure's on, So I think Kenny Pickett's in a really good spot. It's not like a play or you're out sort of scenario. People, I mean, especially coming from Pitt too. I mean, they're going to give him some time. Tanner McKee from Stanford. Okay. So I think Kenny Pickett's in a really great spot. And then Brock Purdy too. I mean, it's kind of a question mark there, with him being injured. And, so Smith Najigba, Purple Shimmer for Ohio State. So that one's a question mark, but 2022 could still pan out at being very well with those. I mean, Keyshawn Smith for Miami. All you really need is 1 or 2 quarterbacks in a draft class to really pop off for people to really get involved in that draft class. So 2022 still has hope, but unfortunately, I mean, it definitely started off not so great. Brock Purdy definitely helped save 2022 football there. Last 2 months of the season for sure. Yeah, and then that's what I was saying. Ritter's a question mark. Got an orange here. Ooh, Jabari Small orange, 13 out of 25. That's the superfractor we hit. We've only pulled 1 super. Jabari Small. Was it autograph or non-auto? I don't remember. Either way, orange refractor. Tennessee strikes again. Yeah, so I'd say 2020 is just kind of, we got to give 2020 another year or two, see what happens. It could be, if Pickett and Purdy both end up being top tier talent here, you know, things could be different. Bryce Young, 52 Bowman. But any draft class where there's no first or one first round quarterback, you know, you're playing from behind here, you know? You're playing from behind for sure. Alabama, $3.99. Bent. Ringo. Yeah. Exactly. We got a green Zach Evans for Ole Miss. Green refractors, 7 out of 99. What did I say? Out of 11? Green out of... I don't know what I just said. Green out of 99. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Oh, I gotta cut my grass, man. It keeps raining. Grass is pretty high. It's the first cut after winter and everything. Probably should have cut it about a week and a half ago, but I didn't. And then it's been raining, so I haven't been, and with other things going on, I haven't been able to cut it. Now it's like too high to cut. Not exactly too high, but I don't know what I mean by too high to cut, but it's, you know, it's too high. It's gonna end up looking shitty after I cut it. I got that weighing on my mind. Cutting the grass. So it ain't too bad. I'm not push mowing it. If I had a push mow, I'd really be complaining, but well, I do got to push mow a couple spots for sure, but the good old John Deere, she'll get the job done. Well, I could, but I don't. I could, but I don't. People want to charge me like $80 to $90, or it's like $80. $80 to cut my grass a week. That's $320 a month. I'll just cut it. May not be kept up on as much or as pretty with straight lines and everything or what have you, but $80 a week? Yeah. I mean, I did do it. I had somebody cutting it for a little while, and then I was like, you know what, dude? They do a shitty job cutting it. I can do an equally shitty job and just do it myself. But then I go out and you got to spend thousands of dollars on a tractor. So there's that cost. Yeah. Or it's always that funny, like, I saw, it was like, something like, instead of buying a $30 sweater, you know, I'm just using an example, $30 sweater, let's go to the craft store, spend $230, and we can make one ourselves. There you go, Josh. Yeah, I'm doing $320 worth of work. Mims. South Carolina, Purple Shimmer. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. So I had a company coming out here cutting for me. Tanner Morgan, Minnesota. And like I said, it wasn't, I like it's one dude, he's cutting, it's his business. He's got him and like, you know, cousin or something, and they're cutting grass, and that's the guy you're dealing with. I like that because this other company is like a, you know, definitely a bigger company where they got multiple crews going out, and it's not the owner coming through and cutting. You know, it's you got a crew. So I thought that would be better. You know, it's more professional that way. It seems, right? Not so much, because these dudes do not do that great of a job. Bijan Robinson refractors. So I would get mad. Like I'd be like, man, I'm paying freaking $320 a month, and it, like, I mean, I do a shittier job now, but I don't have to pay the $320. You see, but I get so mad. We got Addison refractor autograph to $4.99 USC. Yeah, right. Yeah, I only got not too much longer. That is a good point. That's a very good point, Brad. But basically, had this crew here, and not to get to all the details, but essentially, the dude who could have easily have just said something to us to move or whatever, comes through, Gibbs, and like sprays us with grass. Like we're like, could have totally went around us. Could have maybe not did that little area right now. Like we're right there working on something, and he just like zings by and just sprays us with no regard with all this grass. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Will Rogers to $199. So I'm like super mad. So I cool off, and I'm like, okay, it was like so bad that I'm like, okay, am I somehow in the wrong here? Did I do something wrong? Like it was such a bad scenario, like bad thing that the person did. Like just no regard that the people that are standing right there. Grimes to $2.99, and what they're working on is now all covered in grass because you just went through. Either way, that happened. So then I'm like, okay, so I gave it a couple minutes, and I'm like, okay, you know what? No, there's nothing, like, that was just really idiotic on that guy's part. Like, that was just really dumb. I was like, okay, so I cooled off a little bit. So I went over and I talked to the other guy, because I knew the other guy was like the head of the crew sort of deal, right? I knew he was a little bit higher up. But that dude, no. He shouldn't have been in charge of nobody. But so I told him, I was like, hey, man, I'm sorry, but that was pretty disrespectful. That guy, I told him what happened. He was like, I don't know if he saw, he wasn't around, so I don't know if he saw or whatever. But I was like, man, that was pretty disrespectful. Like, that's, like, I don't even know why anybody would think that that's okay. And how did it go down? He was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, man, so I just don't think that you guys need to come back here anymore. Like, I wasn't like, I wasn't like rude about it, but I was like, hey, man, it's over. But I was like, yeah, I just don't think, I was like, I just don't think I want you guys to come back here anymore. Like, that was too messed up. And then he was like, now that it's all done, even though I'm already going to pay you, so it's like, it doesn't really matter. He was like, oh, now that it's all done, we can leave. And I'm like, what? I'm like, well, one, I paid for it already, so, I mean, yeah, but, because I was cooling off, like, it was like a 20-minute time, maybe not 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes between the time that happened. I got nothing else to talk about, guys, so hopefully this is a good conversation. This is exactly what you want to be doing on your Friday night, listening to me. I guess it's better than silence, right? So, and then he was like, we've been out here for 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, 2 hours, and you just sprayed me and everything I was working on over here with grass with no regard that I was standing there. You zoomed by a foot away from me with no guard up or nothing to catch the grass, and it sprayed us and didn't even say sorry, or just went and kept going, didn't even look over, like dude, yeah. And but yeah, he was like, we've been out here for 2 hours, blah blah. I'm like, well, first of all, I'm already paid, so yeah, then you need to get and they weren't even out there for 2 hours. He was like over exaggerating it, because I do not have that much land for 2 hours. I do have some grass that needs cut, and some of it's fairly hilly, so it does take a little while. And I got a lot of kind of several mulch beds throughout that you have to kind of maneuver around, so it does take a little while, but it ain't no 2 hours, especially with two people. It takes me less. It doesn't even take me 2 hours with one person. With two people, so then he was like wanting to fight me, and I'm like, okay, I don't care, you guys can get out of here now. And so I started to walk away, and then he kept like saying stuff back to me. It was like crazy, like, and he wasn't even the one that did anything wrong. He was just the one I was telling like adios to. And he like wanted to fight me, dude. He was like trying to fight me in my own driveway. I'm like, dude, you really want to try to do this right here, my own property, dude? This is like an older fat guy. I was like, dude, I'm telling you, it's a bad move for you. And he didn't really go too aggressive until I was already like, and I got a pretty long driveway, until I was like pretty much back to my house. And then finally, that's whenever he started to like really go off. And I'm like, really? You're going to wait until I walk all the way back here, man? I'm like, no. So then that was pretty much it. Emory to 199 LSU. Pretty much, I fired the landscaping company. The guy wanted to fight me. Then whenever they left, he drove through one of my mulch beds. Then whenever they left, I flipped him off. He flipped me off, called me a douchebag. So then I called his boss and was like, I left him a voicemail. I was like, dude, just so you know, yeah, we're kind of done with your guys' business. Like that, I told him this scenario. I was like, that was crazy. He's like, oh, pretty much his response to me back, because he got my voicemail, then he called me. He's like, what the hell's going on over there? I'm like, you tell me. And he's like, pretty much his response was something along the lines of like, oh, Johnny, we've been having some problems with him. And I'm like, dude, you've been having some problems? I think Johnny's got problems. Calzada, purple shimmer. Well, they did cut it, so, but yeah, I wanted them to come back and fix the mulch bed, because he ran the riding mower like through the edge of one and like ruined the edging of it. Colson, Michigan. And I said that to the guy, and he said he was going to come. They never came back. I'm like, whatever. Never use them again. Tinsley refractor autograph, $4.99, Penn State. But it was crazy. The dude totally no regard for me and the kids being outside while they were cutting grass. He like felt so like just inclined that he had to cut that piece of grass right there while we were it was it was so weird. And didn't say nothing about it or nothing, just went like act like nothing was going. It was very weird. So I was like, okay, I'm already like not liking these people. So then, like I said, I was thinking they weren't doing that great of a job until I started doing it on my own. I was like, well, maybe they weren't too bad. But nonetheless, I was getting aggravated because I didn't think that they were. I thought that they could just do better for how much I was paying. I thought that they would do better and more. But so I was already they were already kind of on my shit list, if you will. And then, but I wasn't mean though. I wasn't mean at all. I just told the guy, I told him what happened. I was like, yeah, man, I just don't think I'm going to need you guys back. I think he got mad because obviously you don't want to go back to your boss and say, you know, your crew was the reason why this client is not, you know what I mean? It's probably definitely a bad look. So maybe that's what he got mad about. I don't know. But the dude was like kind of going off a little bit. And then he waited until I was like literally far away. And then that's whenever he was like really like chirping at me. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. You're at my house. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to talk to me like that, bro. So if I were you, I'd get the hell out of here. And I did call him out, too, on the fact that I was like, you're going to wait until I'm all the way back here before you start chirping at me? I wish I would have fought him, dude. I should have fought him. That's my one life regret. I should have fought old Johnny. I would have rolled his ass down the hill. But it was so great because they go through, and the way it's set up where my house is, whenever you leave my house, well, their trucks were set up. You got to go past it and you got to come back around. So then whenever they came back around, I knew they were going to come back around. There's one way in. So I was just standing there by the edge of the driveway like this to them. I was just like this, right as they were walking or driving past. And then he called me a douchebag. I was like, this is a little funny little story, I suppose. I do use this other landscaping company for some other things that we need to have periodically done. Weeds in the mulch beds and leaf cleanup whenever the leaves fall. So many freaking leaves. And I haven't had any problems with them. I like them. I don't want to flip them off. There you go. That's good, Josh. Honestly, I should do something like that. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, I put that one on top. I was going to say, I thought we were... All right, after this, we'll be officially halfway. No. It's my other son waking up. But he doesn't come in here, though. He thinks, he's like... I think he's going to get in trouble or something from being waking up and coming downstairs. Jaron Hall, Purple Shimmer. So, he'll come downstairs and he won't say anything to anybody. He'll just, wait by the door. And all of a sudden you turn around and you're like, what the hell? Yeah, he's very weird. Clayton Toon, Houston. So I just barely heard him. Caleb Williams refractor. Awesome. Could be in a little bit better condition with a couple scratches over there. Hall, Texas, 199. Man, thinking back, I really should have fought that guy. I really should have fought that guy. They disrespected me at my own house. Then he got tough to me in my own driveway. I walked away like the bigger man. He kept chirping at me. I should have just ran at him like freaking Masvidal with that knee to Ben Askren. Number to 399, Bijan Robinson. Bo Nix. Listen to this move. This move, I'm telling you right now. If anybody keep this in the back of your head. The next time something about to pop off. You might need to use this technique. This is a tried and true technique that I've never used before, but I can't wait until the time arises that I can use it because it is situational. You can't use it in every situation. I'll tell you here in a second once we start ripping these other packs. Gold, Ringo, gold, nice hit. Georgia Bulldogs, baby, 31 out of 50. Gold refractor. All right. So again, it's situational because there's a couple pieces to this, and things may not line up every time something's about to pop off. So if it's something that's happening quick, this ain't gonna work because you need a little bit of time. Somebody's chirping at you. Okay, you know there's no way out of this. You're gonna have to throw down. You let the person know that it's chirping at you. You let them know. All right, I'm ready to go. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna run at you, and I'm gonna take this knee. I'm jamming it right in your side. Right, I'm going trying to get that knee right in the kidney. Okay, obviously you do a little bit shorter version of that, but let them know you're hitting them with the knee. So whenever you don't give them time to think. As soon as you're done with your sentence, you gotta go. Hey man, I'm telling you right now, I'm hitting you with the knee, and you're out. And then you run after them. You know, hopefully they're only a couple steps in front of you. You go for the knee. They don't have time to think. They go to block the knee. Superman punch. It's the oldest trick in the book. They're out. Superman punch, dude. They're out. Remember that. Remember that. Let them think it's the old knee. You're going after the knee. They're not even going to think about where your hands are. It's over. I never tried it, but I will try it at some point. Superman punch. I'm telling you, it will work though. Like I'm joking around about this a little bit, but I'm also being serious that I do actually want to try it, and I do believe that would work on somebody. Like it's not gonna, like I said, it's gotta be in a situation where you're just face to face with some dude. Maybe you're a couple steps away. You're chirping back and forth in each other's faces, and you just let them know. All right, man, I'm doing it. I'm just gonna hit you with this knee. You take off. They don't have time to think about it. They go to block the knee. The face opens up. Superman punch. Yep. It's over. Now you gotta get them. You gotta hit them good though. You gotta hit them good. Oh yeah. Yeah. Johnny's out here playing checkers, dude. We're playing chess. F you, Johnny. I don't know what his name was, but we'll go with Johnny. Anybody have a place like that? Like anytime I see their cars, that landscaping company, it's not that same guy, but it's like, whoever else is working for him. And I'm not like hanging out the car, flipping them off, but I do a little flip off to them, in the car. And there's also another place that I used to work at whenever I was like 16 years old. My stepdad worked as a mechanic at this race car engine place. I don't even know what you really call it. And it was like a summer job, and I had to do just like, outside work, cutting grass, gravel, wood, just fucking hard labor shit. They paid me $5 an hour. It's absolutely terrible life decision. Spent a lot of summer hours making $5 an hour, which I guess, at that point in time, minimum wage here in PA would have been $7.25. So $5 an hour under the table, I guess. I guess it's all right for a 16-year-old, I suppose. Wicks, or no, I was only 15. Yeah, I was 15. But anytime I drive past that place, I always flip them off because, dude, they would work me like crazy for that $5 an hour. And the lady, it was a older couple that ran the place, and there was only like, it was them two, my stepdad, and another mechanic guy, and that was it. And then I did stuff in the summer, $3.99 Rex. But dude, and that lady was such a bitch, dude, all the time. Like I know like the first time I just started working there, and haul to 150. I worked 1 week, and then I was going to be gone the next week because I had this trip with a girlfriend that I had. Again, I was like 15, you know. And so, like, she didn't have to, but I was assuming that she was just going to go pay me for that first week, even though technically she was paying everybody. But I'm under the table, so it doesn't even matter, you know. Grimes, Purple Shimmer, but she was trying to keep it where everybody was getting paid on the same day or whatever, I guess. Simpson for Clemson, but I wasn't going to be there the next week, so she was like mad that she was like, I'm paying you early just so you know. And I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. I don't know. She was always just real mean and aggressive towards me. It was crazy. And then they would work me like crazy, dude. $5 an hour, and I would not come inside at all. Outside, hard ass labor, cutting wood, chopping wood, hauling stuff around this whole property. I definitely worked more for those $5 than anything else for in my life. Merch to 75, yellow. And again, I'm a hard worker, dude. Any place I've ever worked, I have never been classified as anything other than an extremely hard worker. She had the nerve to tell my stepdad that I was not performing very well for them, and I was doing things very slow, and they thought that they would get more out of me than and I'm like, dude, for $5 an hour, I don't even come inside. So anytime I pass that place, which isn't very often, it's not really on the path that I normally go, but whenever I pass that place, give them a big old fuck you. Anybody else have a place like that? Anytime you drive past it, you got to flip them off? I appreciate the first job. It was really my first job. It was under the table, but I went there, I worked a lot of hours, I went there every day. It was crazy. Like she literally was telling him, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, there is no way I could accomplish any more in a day here that I'm already doing. There's no way. Like, no one could do, like, I'm a 15-year-old kid. Like, I could do, you know, dude, at 15, dude, I could get some freaking work done. I could probably only do, like, 25% of what my 15-year-old self could do right now doing that sort of job. I'd be tired as hell right now as a 30-year-old overweight, out of shape. I was putting in work for that $5. And then she was saying that I was too slow. I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. Clean beach volleyball at the bar. $150, that's awesome. Yeah, so another piece to that puzzle, or another piece to that story, is, so after my stepdad, who's a POS, absolute POS, biggest POS I've ever met, the biggest POS I've ever met, and he's a job hopper. He's one of those guys where everywhere he goes, people got problems with him, or he's got problems with other people, and it's like, man, you've had 10 jobs in 3 years. I mean, maybe the problem's you. You know, he's one of those sort of people. I never think the problem's them, but it's like, well, there's no way, dude. I mean, my mom's been with them from the time that I was in, it was like fourth grade until I was out of college. So you're looking at 12 years. I guarantee you he had at least 10 jobs. At least 10 jobs. You know, it was all like mechanic work. He was like mostly body collision repair type of guy. Body collision. But dude, there's no, like, you're telling me in 12 years you've had 10 like, you're the problem, bro. Which I could tell you he's the problem. You know, obviously you can't tell him that, but as an outsider looking in, CJ Stroud to 399 purple. I know that he's the problem. But so whenever he stopped working there, because he ended up having problems with them, which honestly, in this case, I'll defend him. If there's, I'll never defend this dude on anything. I hate him so much. But this one, I'll defend him. Those people were jagoffs. Green Refractor, O'Connell, Purdue, 11 out of 99. But after he stopped working there, then obviously I didn't go there because I would just go with him. You know, easy little job to have. I wish I would have did something like that, like doing my own like cleaning or landscape or something like that, because I could have made way more money than what I was doing over there. Jalen Carter. But whenever he stopped going, whenever he quit there, obviously I didn't continue to work there. Anthony for Michigan, base autograph. But shortly after we stopped working there, the place shut down. The guy, he like had to have his like arm amputated, like it got infected or something was wrong with something happened, and he lost like an arm and a leg, like shortly after we all quit. And you know, I don't want to wish something like that, dying or getting a freaking limb amputated, on anybody, even if I don't like you. Well, maybe, definitely my mom's husband, my stepdad, for sure. That guy, for sure. I wish several things on that dude. But these people, even though I mean, you're rude to me or whatever, that's not enough for me to wish that, you know, something like that on you. Ringo, Georgia's getting some good stuff, number to 199, but on top of that, obviously that happens, so their business goes downhill. The whole property, I think like one of the buildings caught fire or something. Like all these things started to go just downhill for them. And I don't want to say I was like smirking exactly, because, you know, whenever you put it into the story that the guy like lost a limb or two, I'm not smirking at that, but just the fact that this thing started to like unravel for these people, it seemed, you know, it's like a personal victory. Not the fact that the dude doesn't have an arm, and then he actually ended up dying a couple years after that. So yeah, I don't think he lasted too long with only an arm and a leg. He was standing on his last leg, bro. Dude, the funniest thing ever is whenever I saw that, we were driving to the beach. Some guy had a sign that said, "On my last leg." It was a homeless guy, or I'm assuming he's homeless, on the side of the road. One leg in a wheelchair. And it said something along the lines of, "Anything will help on my last leg." And he was literally on his last leg. He was on the other side of the road, or else I would have gave him money for that, bro. That's funny. That, I bet you, makes him more money than most of the other homeless in that area. He had a sign that said, "Anything will help on my last leg." And he only had one leg. Yeah, right? Seriously. On my last leg, another homeless. Well, homelessness is never funny. Let's preface this conversation or story with that. Homelessness is not funny whatsoever. But homeless people can be funny from time to time. As other people can be. Everyone can be. But this story, so I probably told this whenever we were done with the National last year, but at the National, Atlantic City, terrible place. I hope to never go back. Probably will the next time the National's there, but honestly, I have no desire to go back. Very shitty town. But one of my buddies that was there, another dealer, he stopped into the gas station. All right, hold on. Let me think about how this story goes. All right, I'm just gonna have to wing it a little bit. He goes into the gas station. Homeless guy out front asks him for some money. Tells him he don't got no money. It is what it is. Tells me he ain't got no money. He goes in. He grabs 2 Monsters or Red Bulls or whatever. He grabs two energy drinks. Comes back outside. I think he puts the drinks down on the table and like loops around to see where his ride is, or he's tying his shoe or something where he puts the bag down of drinks on the table, and he's like, you know, not paying attention to it for a minute or two. So then he finally comes to and goes to grab his Will Anderson Purple Shimmer, goes to grab his energy drinks. The homeless guy took the bag of energy drinks and is drinking one of them. And he's like, dude, those are mine. He's like, the homeless guy tells him, they're mine now. First of all, I don't care, homeless or not. If you take my stuff and then I'm like, confront you about it, and then you say to me, they're mine now, I'm going off. I'm going off the deep end, dude. I would go berserk. He tells him, they're mine now, and then he just kind of is like, he's just like, what the fuck? Like, and he just kind of brushes it off and and then leaves. Big Kahuna autograph, Jordan Addison, USC. We still should get a Big Kahuna non-autograph too. I think that's usually what's been going on. 107 out of 150. But he's like, dude, he's like, it's not even worth getting in a fight with a homeless guy about an energy drink, which is true. Which is very true. But the disrespect in the Joey Porter Jr. refractor, but it's like weird. It's like doesn't have all the color to it or something. It's faded. Not numbered, right? No. Just the disrespect in drinking it right in front of you, and then whenever you get confronted, telling the person they're mine now. That would infuriate me. Green Shimmer, nice hit. Bryce Young to 99, Alabama. I mean, I saw some crazier stuff than that in Atlantic City, but that was one that I don't know why that story sticks in my head. It just seems so funny and just so... Like, think about that. Somebody coming to you and just telling, yeah, I'm the captain now. And just telling you, like, hey, these are mine now. And, like, then you don't do anything about it. Pretty much summarizes this guy anyways, but it is what it is. A couple of these refractors now are, like, losing color. Simpson, Clemson, $2.99. What other useless story can I tell you guys that has absolutely no does no benefit to anybody listening to the story? It may actually make you dumber listening to some of the stories I tell that they just mean absolutely nothing in anybody's life. Actually, yeah, it definitely makes you dumber because then your brain's holding on to a memory of that versus something else that it could have memory of. But now you are memorizing some wolf story where he almost got in a fight with his landscaping company. This is literally, again, another, yeah, dude, no, the Superman punch, keep that in the back of your mind. Think about it. Honestly, think about it. If you were in that scenario, if I was in just your normal guy, I'm not a fighter, professional fighter or anything, and I'm getting in a fight, and somebody tells me about they're going to take a knee and hit me, I'm thinking, what? Well, first of all, I'm thinking, that's not, like, if you're not a fighter and you're talking about hitting a knee, so that's going to catch me off guard. I'm going to be a little bit hesitant, like, wait a second, this guy, he might know how to fight. And then all of a sudden, now you're coming at me. I don't got time to think. Well, I'm going to block the knee. Boom. Not sucker punch, Superman punch. He's out. Oh, what was I going to say now? Well, I did not do very well today. Absolutely really bad today. So I'm going to act like that is not... I don't want to talk about that because I'm down bad today. I did not do very good today at all. Not even close. But prior couple of pretty big, nice hits for me. I did bet UConn -7.5 and double result. Winner at halftime, winner at the end of the game. UConn in the national championship for basketball. What was it, like a week or a week and a half ago? Drew Holiday and Giannis were going to be out for the Bucks, and I knew Javon Carter was going to get a bunch of playing time because of Drew Holiday being out, and they ended up putting his player points total pretty low at 12.5, knowing that he was going to get the majority of the time. I knew that was way too low, so I rushed to the casino. To put in a hefty bet, one of my bigger bets, on over 12.5 points. And then I wasn't planning on it, but whenever I told him to bring up the Javon Carter player points props, he showed me a Javon Carter 20 or more points for, it was like plus 500 or something. He ended up getting, I told him he was going to get 23. He ended up getting 22, and I hit both of those. And that was like really good. That was probably one of my better, plus 500 on that was one of my better hits for sure. Levis. I did hit the UConn. I picked UConn as one of my $3.99. Zach Evans, Ole Miss, UConn. I picked 4 teams for the men's basketball tournament. I picked 4 teams at the beginning of the tournament. UConn was one of those, so I got them at like, what was it, like plus 1,000? I think it was. Plus 1,000. So it's like plus 2,000. I think it was. So it was 20 times my money on that. And then I also picked LSU for the women's basketball right around, I don't know when. I think it was like Sweet 16 or Elite 8. I got them at like plus 750. And then I also got North Texas, number to 199, Garwo, Boston College. North Texas on the NIT. So I was heating up there at the end of college basketball. I was heating up. College basketball, I love. Sad that it's over. But I was heating up at the end. Dent, FSU. So I've had a couple good ones here recently. Today, not so good, but I've had some good ones recently. Tune for Houston, refractor autograph to $4.99. We got 2 boxes left. Anybody else have any good ones? Had a parlay that almost hit today, but it was an in-game parlay, and I in-gamed. It was like Pistons minus 5.5. They won by 7. Houston money line. I think they won by 3. Grizzlies minus 9. I think they won by a bunch. They won by like almost 20 or something like that. And then it was freaking Celtics minus. It was minus 21.5. So I needed 22. They won by 19. So I missed it by 3 points on that game on a 4-leg parlay, which is really nice. I mean, once you start even a nice little 2-leg parlay's definitely something to be excited about. But once you start adding some legs to it, 4-leg parlay like that, where it's not heavy favorites here. They were all like pretty even on the money. I mean, 3 spread bets, so you know that's pretty even money for basketball. 3 spread bets, and then Houston money line I think was probably like minus 150. Maybe it was like minus 200, but the other, it wasn't like heavy favorites. Wait, what? So, well, you had to record. You had to record. Wait, what? But yeah, I missed out on that parlay today, which stunk. Oh, I had a baseball parlay today too that I'm totally whiffed on. It's like Reds, Guardians, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I think, was the only one that would have hit. That was a bad one. What's up with Pittsburgh this year? Holy smokes, doing pretty good. I think 5-2, I believe, something like that. 5-2. I have a YouTube channel for the Mariners. It's fun. Oh. Well, I didn't know about this. Okay, let's just take a second here. We doing anything after this? I don't think so. I think we got Steph Man on a couple boxes of Leaf Lumber, and then that's probably going to be it tonight, and we'll be back live for tomorrow. Still got to run that promo, though. Which, honestly, I guess there was a decent amount of breaks. A lot of the breaks were like 10-spot breaks, though, so not going to be as many spots in the promo as there usually is. I mean, usually there's like over 300 spots. Be like, yeah, or over 250 or something. Hutchinson, Purple Shimmer. Yeah, I want to click on this. Can I click open in new window? Yeah. Oh, I see you, Chris. Oh, you going after every game, doing a little. All right, all right. Right on, Chris. That's pretty good. YouTube, it's tough, man. Honestly, very tough. If you're not running giveaways and doing this or that, I mean, it's tough. I mean, we don't do that kind of shit, you know. I mean, I've done a giveaway here and there on some social media, not very much. I mean, they maybe like less than 5 giveaways total, and I've been doing this for 5 years. McKinstry, Alabama autograph on social media, and I know we're talking kind of YouTube, but I mean, YouTube, I mean, obviously I run some giveaways here and there on the live stream, but that's not really subscriber based for this channel. We did do that one giveaway to get that other channel up to 1,000 subs. Oh, how about this, right? Anthony Richardson, baby. 17 out of 99. Florida. Jason K, there you go, my friend. Anthony Richardson. Where do you guys think Anthony Richardson's going to get drafted? He has shot up the draft board the past several weeks. What do you guys think? Anthony Richardson. Awesome card. Green refractor auto. Number to 99. Florida. But I see people on social media a lot where they're doing these giveaways all the time. You know, it's like every week they're dropping a giveaway. Hey, follow me, follow this account, whatever, like, retweet, whatever. And they're getting some followers, and then you get up to, I see some of these counts, doing very well with sports cards, 10,000, 20,000 subs, what have you, or followers. But it's like, how much of that is true followers? Like, I hate the whole, like, the giveaway followers, It's just like, how many of those people actually, like, are interested in your business and not just following you for the giveaways, Anthony Richardson, Bowman, first, green, refractor, auto. Because although the amount looks great, but I would much prefer having people No, I know. You got to get to you got to get to 1,000. Yeah, no, I know. You got to get to that 1,000 mark. But hold on, I'm doing too many things. Bowman, Tops, Fanatics. But you definitely want to have a quality following. I know there's one breaker in particular that's pretty big. Has a pretty big social media following. They're awesome being able to market social media, right? But they don't do nearly as much as we do in here. And it's not even saying that we do like some unreal amount. I mean, we do a pretty good amount that I'm very, very proud of. But I mean, if you have that many followers and subscribers on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, you'd think, but that doesn't always mean that. Yeah, well, what one thing I actually really like, and I think it's pretty awesome, and it kind of goes in line with what I was already kind of just saying, where 399 Bijan Robinson, where I really just kind of focus on just the organic growth of it. We're on social media, we're making posts and stuff, but we're not doing these giveaways. We're not telling you have to follow us to do this. We did do the one that Trevor Lawrence giveaway for our other channel whenever we were doing that vlog channel, trying to get it up. Well, we were trying to get it up to the 1,000 subs so we could monetize it, and then really kind of didn't do much after that. Bo Nix, Big Kahuna, Oregon. Steph May. But if you look out on all of our social media platforms, we're at like 4K on Twitter. We got 3.8K on YouTube, 5.5K on Instagram. Facebook I don't really count because I haven't even logged into Facebook, and I just don't do Facebook. I just trying it there for a little bit, but Levis to 150. I'm just not a face. I just can't do the Facebook. But I got I want to say it's 4,000 people that are signed up for our email marketing list. So it's all right around that 4,000 to 5,000 range on all of our platforms. We're not heavy in one where you'll see some people that got 20,000 subs on Instagram, 20K followers on Instagram. You go to their YouTube, they got 800 subscribers. You go to Twitter, they got 300. It's okay, well, we see where you're putting all your eggs in that basket, which if it works, then I mean, that's totally fine. But I don't know, to me that it just says something. That just says something to me. One more box, guys. Yeah, and I know for you, Chris, obviously you're at the infancy stages of your YouTube channel here, but honestly, if you're able to get up to 300 that quick, I mean, outlook's pretty good. Definitely got to get to that 1K mark, so start making some money on it. But you're well on your way. You got to start somewhere. A big thing with just anything social media related is really just being consistent with it. Whatever you're doing, a lot of these people that blow up on social media, it's just, or even even YouTube, it's just the fact that they are consistent every week, every day they're posting a video. It doesn't have to be good every day. It doesn't have to be good every week, but as long as you're consistent, you're putting out the content. That's what a lot of these guys are. And I'll be honest, I mean, I say that acting like it's easy, but it ain't easy to get that much content out. It is not. You have to be thinking about content all the time to be able to get. So kudos to those. I mean, there's several people in the hobby that they are unbelievable people. And I mean, they're posting up short videos and full length YouTube videos and vlogs and own shops and do breaks and that is, it's a lot. That is crazy. But if you can just be consistent with it though, and just keep popping out the content, and as long as the content's even halfway decent, yeah, you just got to be consistent. Keep putting out the content. Last box, my friends. Last box. Here we go. What are we on this one? $1.15. I think I've done this break as fast as 50 minutes? 55 minutes. This one we're talking a lot. But it made the time go by super fast for me. Maybe not so much for you guys, but went super fast for me. It's been pretty fun. J.J. McCarthy, gold, 18 out of 50. Michigan. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And even sports cards too. Like a lot of this stuff, yeah, with sports is like, talk about the freaking perfect scenario, right? With like, especially these sports cards. Every week, how many products are coming out? How many cards, Panini and Topps Instant cards could you buy and do an opening of? You bought, how much cards did you buy on eBay? You get the packages in, you could do an opening of. Go to a card shop, boom, film. It's like the content can just make itself. It's not as easy as that. Not, there's a reason why I don't do as much, because it's. I've tried to do some, and I mean it's tough to be able to get that stuff sent out every day, every week. But it definitely, with sports and sports cards, they kind of, obviously they're kind of linear. Stanford, a $4.99 refractor autograph. They're just, the content is just there for the taking. It really is. The content's just there for the taking. Sports, there's always something going on with sports. There's always new products coming out for football, baseball, everything. It's just Anthony Richardson refractor. That one looks a lot better than the Caleb Williams earlier. We got a gold shimmer back here, boys. What do we got? Gold shimmer, Tennessee. Wow, Tennessee with another out of 50. Michigan and Tennessee in this one. Yeah, dude. There's this one guy I watch. He's a reseller on YouTube, and I started watching him a couple years back before pre-COVID. He didn't have many subs, and he every day, he's an eBay reseller. He has 2 channels. One where he goes and finds the stuff. One where he sells the stuff. 2 channels, both make money. All he does is film himself doing the reselling. Go into a yard sale, film it, post a video. Every day you sell stuff on eBay, tell people what you sold, film you grabbing it and packing it up, boom, video. And he's just been doing it for years, and just organic growth of just being able to post that every day. A video can get posted every day with ease. You pretty much just do your normal daily life. You don't have to do anything extra. And Sanders to $2.99, and it's like, it's so boring too. But for whatever reason, I love to watch it. Like, I love to watch it, but it is boring. Like, it's like, okay, sold this today. Okay, well, I watched him buy that, but I don't know. It's like really boring. But at the same time, I'll watch his videos a couple times a week. He posts one like every day or 2 every day, but I'm only catching a couple. But man, yeah. A lot of things, the content can kind of make itself. I mean, you gotta put in the work to extract the content and put it in a viewable format, right? But content is there for the taking for a lot of things. Recap time, my friends. Recap time. Bone Chrome U. Case break number 11, boys. We've done 11 of these. Plan on doing some more. Drafts coming up here at the end of the month. I want to set up like a 3-caser of this. 3-case Bone Chrome U. It'd be awesome if we could do something really crazy like a 10-caser, but holy smokes, we'd be here for forever. I definitely have to get some help on that one. 10 case would be crazy. I don't think 10 cases. I mean, we've only done 11 one at a time, so 10 probably too much. But I think maybe doing like a 3-case would be pretty awesome. Three-caser of this. I mean, it'd be long, but it's damn sure is fun. I mean, a lot of awesome cards. Plus, I have some other Leaf college football sort of breaks, or products, I should say, that I want to break too during the draft time. So, definitely be on the lookout for some more college football cards. Definitely more Bone Chrome U. And I got a couple other Leaf footballs that I want to get set up for draft 2. So that'll be coming up. And the big boy, Anthony Richardson /99, green, Florida. Jason K. Bone Chrome U, case break number 11. Thank you.